3, 2.
We live.
Yeah, we're live.
They popping the balloon to find love. I can't hear me.
You can't hear you? Oh, for some reason you were muted.
Oh, there we go. Are they popping the view to find love or to find a moment? I don't know, but we're going to find out this morning on Dear Black Gay Men in the Morning, and the show starts right now. What up, though? I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman on IG. It's Tuesday, so it's time for a new episode of Dear Black Gay Men in the Morning. And just like all of our content, hopefully this is your reminder of how dope it is to be black gay men who love black gay men. Today, we are talking about the Pop the Balloon Challenge one more time. Are y'all excited about it as I am? We did the Pop the Balloon Challenge a while ago, and it went over interestingly in the chat. There were many people who were like, I can't stand watching the Pop the Balloon Challenge. All the girls are looking for a moment. And then we had a really good conversation about it. So we're going to do a different go at the rodeo. This is a different episode, but we're going to be talking about the Pop the Balloon Challenge to see if the girls have found love. But before we get into that, I have to introduce the best producer in the business. Aaron, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I am here. The mic is on.
But hold on. There he is! I'm so excited about that!
Hey, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Y'all can see Aaron now.
Yes, y'all can see me now.
Aaron, the people have been asking for you in the chat.
They have.
They have been looking for you.
I have not been wanting to, Oh my God, look, it came up. All right, yeah.
We love when things work here in Dear Black Gay Men.
Yes.
So, good morning, Jay. Good morning. Panther says, OMG, it's Aaron. This is what Aaron looks like.
Yes.
He's been on the show. You've been on the show before.
I have. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jordy.
We got Aaron on cam. A-King says we got Aaron on cam. Yes. So, Aaron, how's your week been? It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. It's been a long week.
It's Tuesday, though.
Turn and look at you. It's been a long week.
You'll get accustomed to it.
Yeah. So yesterday, this is so random, but okay. When your home ownership is in your future. So I'm gonna
thank you for manifesting that.
So, you have to pay things like home insurance through your escrow. And I have one of the worst home insurance processors, like not home insurance. My mortgage loan officer, they're horrible. Like they're the worst people ever. Like imagine calling their line and you get like every time you select the option, it goes back to the top and be like, welcome to blank mortgage.
Nope.
And I can't talk to anybody. And so like my insurance ended up getting canceled. And then I just called the insurance company. I was like, I'll just pay it. Like I'll just go fight with them later to get this money out of escrow.
So, light flex that you just was like, I'll just pay it. Now, I will say, there was this dude, there's a spider right there.
Do you want to kill it?
I normally don't kill spiders because they eat bugs, but you can't be like in my face.
Bug.
But there's this dude who bought a townhouse and he let his homeowner's insurance lapse and experienced a fire.
Yeah, it's letting your homeowner's insurance lapse is kind of the worst thing because now when you go to get homeowner's insurance again, they're going to hold it against you.
Because you had a lapse in coverage.
Yeah.
They'll do the same thing with car insurance. Now, I've been broke enough to know that car insurance gets harder the more times you let it lapse.
Yeah. So then there's also like your mortgage person, like if you have a mortgage on your home, you're required to have insurance. So they could technically cancel your home and put your home in foreclosure.
Same thing with a car. Like if you have a loan on a car and your insurance lapses, they can come get the car.
Yeah, I guess that is true, huh?
I used to do insurance. Told y'all, PNC all day. I used to write homeowners insurance.
What?
I was not a mortgage broker and I did not process homeowner insurance, but I used to write the policies. The more you know. The more you know. Okay, Aaron, it is time for some church announcements. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. So I am really excited that Aaron is on camera now because somebody said in the chat, this is like when Wendy used to have Norman and the producers on the camera. And I was like, the fact that you're comparing us to Wendy, that
Right?
is a big fucking deal. I'm really excited about it.
Y'all are the best chat ever.
I love this show. I love it. I
Right?
absolutely love it. Now, I will say that, as y'all know, that we have our newsletter that goes out every single week. The best part about the newsletter is I think it really gives me opportunity to do like a deep dive into like dating and all the things. Every week I write about the ups and downs of my dating journey on our blog and our newsletter on Substack. It's a deep dive into my emotional and sexual trials while I manifest my man. You can join for free by clicking the link on the screen, or the link is in the description. This week it's gooning has ruined my sex life.
Has it?
We talked about gooning last week,
We
and
did.
y'all, the interesting thing is from the chat, people are like, I'm going to look into this.
Yes, because I didn't understand it, but I looked into it and I realized,
You research gooning?
yes, okay, this is gonna sound so crazy.
Go ahead.
But I'm not, so gooning is when you're like, like you're just like very infatuated with your penis, right?
Or penis in general. That's a part
Yes.
of it, yes.
So for me, I feel like I'm infatuated with myself.
Like the
with
whole
with
thing.
the whole thing.
Got it.
So
That's
like
big.
I can look at it, I will just put a mirror there and
But see, the
just like
gooning is
be
not narcissism. It's not just being into myself. It is finding the pleasure in experiencing me.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I'm into myself as a sexual being. I'm not gonna sit all day looking at myself in the mirror.
Now, if you were a gooner, you could sit all day and just have be you and your penis. And that's
mean,
what one of the reasons why hookups have been so difficult for me, because the list of things that another person who does not know me, who I am not connected to, the list of things that they can do for me better than I can do for myself is getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
okay, hold on. We got some questions in the chat. They said 2 people have asked, is gooning just the same as edging?
Yes and no. Gooning and edging. Edging is like masturbating, getting right to the edge, and then either staying on the edge or backing away from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this up and down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gooning is like the mental connection in all of it is being like totally blank in the head, not thinking about anything. You are locked in, and all you have on the mind is penis and porn, or the other person or whatnot. And the reason why it works for me is because that's how I approach sex. Like if I'm having sex with somebody, the only thing I'm thinking about is you. I'm not thinking about. Now, I mean, we are vulgar. We out here now. I ain't thinking about how clean your water is. I'm not thinking about all the nuances. I'm not thinking about if your feet feel good. I'm just locked into you, whole penis experience, and nothing can interrupt that for me. Like I can goon on a person.
Okay, I can see that. I think for me, even if I don't know if there's like a time factor in it, but like I can be absorbed with myself, but I give myself about 30 minutes. And
And
then I
see, I
gotta
think the
come back
beauty
to
of goon is you
reality.
just are totally vulnerable to the process. Like there are people who can goon for hours and days because my mind is totally blank.
Mm-hmm.
To a degree, gooning is like meditation, where you clear everything from your mind. There's nothing in there
Dante
except penis
says,
pleasure.
just join the stream. And the first thing I heard was edging and penis.
Hey Dante, you got to jump in. You got to jump in on time. Now, granted, if we were late this morning, so you got to jump in on time. But that is what's happening on our Substack. Then, of course, Tuesday we go live right here at Dear Black Amen in the morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then, of course, the podcast is new every Wednesday. We're going to be talking a little bit about my single life and how I'm getting out of it. I have something really big that I want to share on the podcast, but you have to tap into Apple Podcasts Google, Spotify, or Substack to get this exclusive content that's coming out tomorrow. It's big,
Ooh.
but
I don't even know what it is, y'all.
we got something even bigger. You ready, Aaron? Are you ready to tell the people?
Oh my God. Oh yes. That I do know about that. Yes, we are ready to tell the people.
Season 6 is happening for Dear Black Gay Men. Yay! Okay, so this is how it's gonna work. Pride season is June in the United States and across the globe. And so for Pride, we are having 3 live shows in person here in Atlanta. One is on June 5th, night 2 is on June 12th, night 3 is on June 19th. All Pride season long, we are going to be celebrating, bringing the girls together to have live shows here in Atlanta. They will not be in the studio because we got a whole bunch of big things happening and we need a bigger space in order to make them happen. Now, for this, these are ticketed events. So if you are a member to our channel, later today you will get all the details on how you can get your discounted tickets for members. And then if you are tapped into our Substack or in our group on Instagram in the DBGN fam, we are having all the discounts, all the things. It's going to be huge. I see y'all. Jamal said smooth. Now, the party emoji always makes me do a little side eye because, party is a thing in gay culture. But shout out to you. I saw What You Know Joe and Panthro, Dante, everybody. Yes. Here in Atlanta, we are going to have 3 live shows, June 5, June 12, June 19. We are calling it Pride Season for Pride Season.
Yes.
Do we want to tell them the themes? Like, we have themes. Are y'all ready? No, I don't want to tell you the themes. Do we want to?
I mean, when does it go out?
Yes, I'll tell you the themes. Okay, so June 5 is Leather Night on Dear Black Gay Men. I'm going to be in my leather. We are going to be talking about all the things that go into the things. And then I'm giving away something really big.
Ooh.
Like, we are going to be giving away something really, really big on the show. Live on the show. Something for somebody in the chat and then something for somebody in the studio. This is really big. We have never done anything this big on the show.
It's going to be incredible.
It's going to be incredible. Okay, then night 2 is Pink Thursday. Nicki Minaj did Pink Friday. We are going to be having Pink Thursday right here on Dear Black Gay Men Podcast on June 12th. Wear every shade of pink, head to toe pink, do all the pink things. I have a little nightie, little Blanche Devereaux silk number that I'm going to be pulling out. I'm very excited about it. And then night 3 is Black Pride for Pride Season. And we want to celebrate everything that it means to be black gay men who love black gay men. Leather Night on Dear Black Gay Men Podcast, Pink Thursday, Black Pride for Pride Month is our 3 themes. And then we are going to have these 3 shows. I want to see everybody, every person who can get to Atlanta. Panthro, What You Know Joe, AQ, who are the Kevy Kev, Rolando, everybody. We want y'all to come here, and I want to be able to shake your hand and take pictures with you. I am so excited to bring this to y'all. And then we will have more information as we get closer to Pride season. But those are our church announcements. Please govern thyself
accordingly.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Well, before we get into it, we'll be right back. I'm a nudist, so of course I've got kinks and fetishes that will make even prison trade blush. Yes, I'm gonna double check for consent because I don't care that you just slapped me in the face with your penis. Can I touch it again, sir? This is the part that culture misses. As a black nudist, I'm looking for spaces where I can be naked with other black men without getting sexual. That's why spaces like Reveal are so important. It's a new club night for men in Atlanta. Just like any club, there's a dope DJ, there's a full bar, the vibes are through the roof. Only difference is that this club is no clothes, no cameras, no creeps. I go to Reveal because it's showing black gay culture that we can be nude together without being totally about sex. But
yes, you can have sex at our party, but we are not a sex party.
If you want to get your tickets to the next event, comment Reveal and I'll send you a link. Follow for more dope queer stories. Put up that comment so I can respond to it. Kevin, I hope Jay wears a cute kitten heel with fur and the pink. I would while I have worn high heels, I would never wear a kitten heel. But you know, my Blanche Devereaux moment, it'll probably have fur across the toe. Blanche Devereaux gave way to Peggy Bundy. Y'all remember Peggy Bundy from Married with Children?
No.
Peggy Bundy, everything was tight with leopard print on the top and like black leggings that just were. It was wait. Dante, I can't wait to meet you. Y'all gonna have to make sure. Now, granted enough for everybody, I have been seeing profile pictures, but you know, profile pictures are not people. So if y'all come up to me and be like, "Oh, I'm such and such," you tell me like what the name is that you had used, your screen name too, so I can know who you are. Because I know AOQ and I know Dante, but if you come and be like, "Oh, my name really is Derek" or whatever, I don't. You're gonna have to let me know. So charge it to my head and not my heart if I only know you as what you know, Joe. You with me? Okay, are you ready to get into this review, Aaron?
I am ready.
All right, so this is the Pop the Balloon challenge. Now, we did one where the dude, I had some reservations, and ironically, when we did that, one of the contestants on the Pop the Balloon challenge was in the comments having a whole dialogue. It was a guy that said he doesn't tell his sexual position in public. You remember that?
I think so.
He got into the comments on our video and was like, I don't understand why this is a problem. Now, granted enough, the way he explained it, I was like, okay, I can see your perspective. But if you're going to come on a dating show and it's gay and you gay and the person you're trying to get with is gay, somewhere in the conversation, who doing the bending gonna come up?
Yeah, that's true.
I am assured that this is going to be a little more involved of a Pop the Balloon challenge. You ready, Aaron?
I am ready. Let's get it started.
All right, let's go.
Something that I learned about
I have
myself
that
is
shirt.
I need to learn how to
Which one,
communicate
the
better and control my emotions. And that's why emotional maturity has become so big to me, because that's something that I've definitely taken a lot of pride in fixing in myself.
Pause right
And
there. I just love the fact that we can see Aaron. It's so great.
I can't eat my smoothie in peace now.
You got to be ready now.
Right?
But I will tell you that the fact that he mentioned emotional maturity so early, that's a big deal. This tells me that this Pop the Balloon challenge is going a totally different direction. You see all the balloons still up there.
Yeah.
How big a deal is emotional maturity to you when you're looking for somebody?
I think it is the deal. Like, if we can't be emotionally mature, can we be in a relationship?
Okay, so how do somebody communicate or express to you their emotion? What are some signs that you be like, okay, they have emotional maturity?
Ooh. Number one, I think that gives me emotional maturity asking questions. I feel that one sign of emotional immaturity is making assumptions for things and not getting clarity.
But how early in the dating process are you looking for that? Because like Pop the Balloon challenge, he's saying emotional maturity is important, but you're not going to be in a emotionally trying place
Or
to
it
have to
could,
demonstrate maturity here or on a first
or
date.
maybe it's just maturity that I'm looking for. Because, like, I'm thinking, okay, one guy I went on the first date with, and he told me, he was like, well, typically when I go on a first date, I am the type to pay. Are you comfortable with that?
Are you comfortable with that sounds very emotionally
Yeah.
mature. Robin Arian says the way they react. The way they react to what though? Like what about their reaction says, "Oh, I'm mature." AN says you have to view how they handle themselves in certain situations. It takes time. Okay,
But
I'll
my
give you.
thing is, it could be the lack of a reaction in the moment. Like, if something is heated in the moment, they take the high road and say, hey, we're going to talk about this later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, not giving that off the cuff reaction of exploding and everything. That could be a sign of
Okay.
maturity.
I'll give you that one because the irony is all of my friends, every single one of them that I call a friend now, will beat a bitch with a bottle, but don't.
Exactly.
That is emotional. Like McQuan, my best friend in the whole world. McQuan, I love him to pieces, but you crossed that motherfucker the wrong way. There was a chapter in our friendship where he was the first one to scrap. And now he doesn't because
he got shit to lose.
He got shit to lose.
And
He don't want to be
realizes
on
that
the
he got shit
TikTok
to
and on the
lose.
Instagram in the fight at the Bulldogs or whatever.
Exactly.
Kev says a good sign of emotional maturity is when you experience a disagreement and see how they respond.
Yes.
Conversation, inflection, tone, body language is what Robin Arian says. The question for the chat and for everybody is, how soon are you really cluing into emotional maturity? Like in my head, I think that if me, Aaron, y'all in the chat, us, emotionally okay people, right? We're not going to put you in a trying situation day one.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you put me in a trying situation, like you mad because I showed up 10 minutes early or 10 minutes late to pick you up for the first date, I probably ain't gonna go on the date with you at all.
Yeah. Well, then I think about a date that I went on where I got a flat tire. And me
Yes.
and this guy, we are no longer seeing each other. But the way that he responded to that really, made me look at him a certain way. More details
Was
in
it
Substack.
okay? But what is it? Was it good or was it bad?
It was good.
Okay,
It was
good. Jamal Smoot says emotional maturity feel is a process. After a week of dealing with someone, I know someone has it or not sometime sooner. I'm glad you added that to the chat, Jamal, because I think for men, it only takes us about a week to know everything we need to know about a man. I think a lot of us can make a judgment about whether it's going to work or not inside 10 days. And then the rest of the dating process for us is really just figuring out how to make it work.
I could see that.
I think your gut is going to tell you everything you need to know in a week. And where we fuck up is when we don't listen to it. That's what I truly believe.
Okay. I'll try that theory out.
Like, I'm really, like, for real. You meet somebody today. You go out on a week from that first date. I'm not talking about the bullshit they put in the chat and the DMs and the text messages. I'm talking about when you are sitting across the way from them.
Oh, yeah.
And you talking to them. It takes about a good week of consistent communication. Maybe not constant communication, because I think we confuse that. But I believe that in about a week of consistent communication, you can figure out for yourself. Your gut knows whether you can make it work with them.
I think within a week, it just kind of tells me if you meet the bare minimum. Like whatever my bare minimum non-negotiable standards are.
But that's all you need to know in a week.
Yeah.
Because they got,
But that don't
the next
necessarily
several
mean it's
weeks,
gonna work.
months, years to knock your socks off. But in a week, I think you know.
Okay.
Now, that's just me. The upside about this camera is y'all can see Aaron is the other side of the room from the mic. It's not me talking loud. It's Aaron keep moving. Now everybody knows, because that's the big chat.
Y'all
That's the
can't
big thing in the
even-
chat is everybody be like, Aaron, turn up Aaron's mic. It's because he don't know how to sit next to. See, you see how I'm on the mic.
See, but the thing is, okay, let me move my mic right here. So when I look at your ass, I'm talking into the
We gonna
mic.
get you one of them mic arms like I got, so you can be
Right.
there. Okay, let's keep going.
I don't want to backslide.
Very good. So you feel like you're ready for a serious relationship now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to ask you to ask these
He
men
seems
another question.
a lot more mature than the other dude.
You don't have one?
We gonna
If
leave
not,
that
I
dude
do.
alone.
Can you ask one for me?
Yeah, no problem. So let's see. What are your top 2 love languages? Let's go there. You
That's
like
a
that?
good one.
Okay, good.
Acts of service and gifts.
Nice. All right. Let's keep it moving.
Before he answers that, Aaron, what's your love languages?
My love language is acts of service and quality time.
You want people to do stuff for you and kick it with you.
Yes. I was about to say, I was going to take it a step further, but it sounded a little narcissist. I was going to say, I want them coming to see me to be the highlight of their day, their month, their year.
Oh, girl.
All of it.
Girl. Kevy Kev says, Aaron, put that mic to those lips.
Nah, I know how to rock the mic. I sure do, honey.
Holla at your boy says, I believe he was older than all of them.
Oh.
The dude in the red jacket, are you talking about in the video? Okay, so your top 2 love languages are acts of service, meaning you want people to do stuff for you. What kind of stuff is it? Give it some context.
Ooh.
Is it like you want somebody to fill up your gas tank, or change a light bulb, or mow the
Ooh.
grass, or is
Those
it
are
you want somebody to?
all the things I hate doing. You could do for me.
Okay, so the bigger question is, why is that important to you?
Um, I think for me, I am growing out of a season of hyper independence, where I've always felt like I have to do everything myself for it to be done
Have you
right.
always been that way?
Yes.
You know, most people say that your love language, what you really want is the response to how you grew up.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really feel like I was truly valued in my family.
Mm-hmm.
And so words of affirmation are really, really matter to me.
Yeah.
Like, I need somebody to tell me that they are proud of me, that they believe in what I am doing, that they see where I'm going, and they encourage me. That is huge for me. Now, I'm not
Yeah.
saying my parents and my family are trash. It's just that the younger version of me, little Jared, didn't have an awareness around how their love translated into my life.
And I will say that our parents did the best that they could with what they had.
Right.
Wasn't nobody talking about love languages in the 80s and 90s?
Wasn't nobody talking about affirmation, and, you know, it wasn't no gentle parenting back then.
No.
It was,
It was getting knocked upside your head.
and don't do that shit again.
Again, yeah. Or a lot of parents, protecting their kids from negative experiences out in the world.
They want us to be tougher than the world
Yeah.
is, which I will say is important, because these
Yeah.
these namby-pamby little kids now is aging like avocados.
Not namby-pamby. Why they aging like avocados? What you mean?
I just think there is something about how we were raised
Mm-hmm.
that changed somewhere when it got all vegan, gluten-free, non-dairy, all the things.
I mean,
I just feel like the
yeah.
soft life is making a lot of us soft as as
But
generations progress.
Let me say, I want the soft life.
But I think that if we get the soft life, like if I'm in a relationship and he gives me soft,
Mm-hmm.
I can truly appreciate it, because I have had very, very hard.
Yeah, but I think to a degree, I don't want my children to experience the hard that I experience. I want them to, I know it's not going to be smooth sailing, and raising kids is hard, but I don't want their childhood to reflect mine. I want it to be different.
Well, let me also add, I don't plan on having children, so I'm not concerned about that.
I said my children. I want to have children. I
am meant to be an amazing uncle.
Yeah, like my nephew.
I am a fantastic uncle.
Yeah.
But when it comes to being daddy, hard pass. Leave that to my brother and my dad. Some people put up their love languages. What they saying in the chat? Go back.
Let's see.
A King. Now, A King, sidebar, because I know who A King is. And A King, well, again, I'm seeing the little thumbnail. I think I know who A King is.
Mm-hmm.
If it's the person I'm thinking about, he speaks ASL. Do you speak ASL? Do you do ASL?
I don't know. He's fluent in ASL.
Fluent in ASL and a translator. That's who I'm thinking about. I hope that's the same person. But A King says words of affirmation, acts of service. Heard that. I am talented said physical touch and quality time. Let me ask you this. How do you separate those two things? Like, how do you have physical touch and not be also spending quality time?
I mean, physical touch could be holding hands walking down the street, or.
But how do you do that and the experience of that not also be quality time?
Who says it has to be separate?
But I'm just like, I don't, because his love languages are physical touch and quality time. Like, I understand how you can have quality time without touching, but how do you touch without having quality time?
I don't know.
Question for the I am talented. Let us know. Keep going. Who else? What other love languages in there? Dante says physical touch and quality time. I need to be able to spend time with you while I'm randomly feeling on something. He wants to have a little dick in his hand. Or a big dick in his hand. Some dick. I feel the opposite, Jay. I think words of affirmation is because how my parents loved me, and acts of service is because I'm the oldest in the family and ready to live a softer life. I am all here for a soft life,
Yes.
especially from millennials and those who came before us. Because the way that we were raised, generally speaking, is a lot harder than the way people doing it now. What you know, Joe says you're a dog, Jad. That counts. I'm with you when you're right. Because when I tell you Nike is so well taken care of, he is a 90 pounds of love. Kevin Kev says, I blame the bad aging on the hookah and all the preservatives we consumed back then are helping preserve us 30 and up individuals. Sidebar, real quick. How old do y'all think I am? I have said my age on this show many times, but how old do y'all think I am? Let me know in the chat. Because I'm very curious. And now that you can see Aaron, how old do you think he is?
Oh, yeah. How old do I think I am?
Put some numbers on this. Michael Miracle. Create tough kids produces people who are able to survive but unable to connect emotionally with other people, i.e. romantically. I agree with that too. Like a lot of us are really, really tough, but finding somebody that gets our softer side sometimes feels impossible. I see a whole bunch of ages. Dante says 31. AN says 39. What
Now,
you know,
Dante,
Joe?
who is 31?
Aaron 34, 35 for Aaron. Jordy says 45 and 36. Lightly, fuck you, Jordy. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Not getting Aaron face cam. Hey Jay, hey Aaron, hey chat. I didn't see the name. Something artist. What's his name?
Xylent artist.
Xylent artist. Not us getting Aaron face cam. Yep.
Yes.
So, full disclosure, I am 39. I'll be 40 this year. Aaron, you want to say your age?
Do I want to say my age? I'm feeling a little fey-fey. No,
Okay. I mean,
I'm joking. Child,
he
I'm
is
31.
older than me. That's what Aaron was going to say. He is older than me.
He is
We did
older
not go
than
to
me.
school together.
43 to be exact.
Girl, I'm 43. I'm 43. I just turned 43. Very good. Happy birthday. Like, it was a whole thing. But yes, Aaron is very early 30s, and I am very late 30s, about to be 40. Jay Lee, you look mid 30s, no older than 35. Thank you. But again, tough life younger means here I am. I am talent. Oh, he answered. Put it up.
Mm-hmm.
I am talent. Physical touch can be us cuddled or little touches while we're out. Grab my dick, touch my ass, my shoulder, my leg. The little things matter too as a
physical touch person.
I'm 37. But again, my question is, how do you do any of those things? Like, give me an example of a time somebody can grab your dick and you are also not participating in quality time with them. Even if it's a hookup and sex in the back of the car or whatever. That is quality time, ain't it?
I think, child, it's a Venn diagram. There's overlap between quality time and physical touch.
But it feels like physical touch. And what I'm
You feel
looking
like
for
they're
is, when does
complementary?
physical touch exist without quality time? That's what I'm curious about.
Oh. I mean,
Michael MJ Lee said, damn, I thought we were around the same age.
how old is Michael MJ?
How old is Michael MJ Lee? I know who Michael MJ Lee is.
He look about 30, 38, 37.
But good black don't crack. So he could be 97 or something and be like, here I am. Like,
That's
black
true.
people age like Benjamin Button sometimes. Fun fact, there is a mother at the church, Aaron, that you know,
Mm-hmm.
that is significantly younger than my mama,
Mm-hmm.
but looks so much older. So much older.
Really?
Because you've met my mama.
Yes.
And there is a mother at the church, because me and Aaron go to the same church. There is a mother at the church that is significantly younger,
Mm-hmm.
like 10 years. And she looks like 10 years older than my mama.
Oh, wow.
So when I got good genes, see, Michael MJ Lee said 49.
49?
Put that picture up. That man there is 49. Good black don't crack. Let's keep going. We getting all off
Right
topic.
off topic.
Next thing y'all know, they're gonna be in the comments saying y'all need to stay on topic. My bad, people.
They didn't put two people with ADHD together.
You're watching this damn show.
Information.
Nice. All right.
Acts of service and quality time.
Acts of service, quality time.
Physical touch and words of affirmation and consideration too. Gotta add that one in there.
Got to add that one. I like it. And what are your top 2 love languages?
I like to be spoiled and I like to spoil, so definitely gifts is my number one, and quality time.
I like that.
Okay,
Well, Lamont,
that leads me to another question. Aaron, what is your default way of showing love? You said that you appreciate acts of service. You appreciate, what was the other one?
Acts of service and quality time.
Acts of service and quality time is what you want to receive. Do you know your default way of showing love and attraction?
Acts of service and quality time.
Really?
And sometimes gifts, but the gifts are more like acts of service.
Like it's a gift that has utility.
Yes, because it's like, okay, I will give you a cake, but I'm also gonna make it from scratch. So like it's a act. It's a
That ain't no
labor of
act of
love.
service.
Yes, it is.
That ain't no act of service, because an act of service is you're doing the act for them.
I am.
No. You're going, that's like saying driving to the store is an act of service so I can buy you some shoes.
No.
The driving to the store is the same as the making of the cake. That is not the thing. The thing is the cake at the end. An act of service is I'm gonna come over and cut the grass because you need it.
Yeah, that will never be anything that I would do.
But that is something you would appreciate.
No, I wouldn't ask nobody to do that.
But you would appreciate it though.
If they did it, maybe. Because don't come over and make my grass look patchy. That's what I hired.
That's
people
controlling.
for. I wouldn't ask anybody to do
controlling
that
part.
because that's a very.
But
that's
the
a
gotcha
skill
about
thing.
acts of service is usually you don't ask for it. That light bulb needs to be changed, so I'm going to change it.
Yeah.
Your grass is overgrown, so I'm going to cut it.
Okay, I could see that. I mean, my grass was overgrown for like weeks.
We're in Georgia and it rains every other day.
No.
Everybody grass be overgrown.
Oh, yes, Robin. Filling her prescription is an act of service.
Right.
I agree with
Filling
that.
the prescription, that's an act of
I hate
service.
waiting
You
at the
needed
pharmacy.
pills, you needed whatever this was, and I did it for you. Now, my default way of showing love is acts of service.
Okay.
Give you an example. I dated somebody one time and he wanted to install a new shower head dish,
Uh-huh.
but he's short and his ceilings are tall. So
Oh.
what do? I come over there with my wrench and my Teflon tape and I install his shower head dish. My ex-boyfriend has called me many times to hang TVs and all the things. I am a handyman despite my fingernails.
See, I'm a handyman under
Duress.
duress. The nails are here to deter anybody from asking me to be a handyman. That's why I get them.
Now that people can see them, the nails are here to deter anybody. Got it.
Yes. Like I remember one time a friend of mine got stranded on the side of the road and I came to help them change their tire.
Mhm.
And I had their tire kind of like like the rust and it kind of gets stuck to the rotor or whatever.
Yes.
I had to kick it to get it off. And I messed up my pedicure. And I said, that will be $35. Thank you.
Okay. I'm diverting back to the conversation. Michael Miracle says, usually we show love the way our parents showed love to us. Not me. Not me at all. I show love the way I don't want to be insulting to my parents, so I ain't gonna touch that one. But that acts of service was not prevalent in my home growing up.
Mm.
But I just naturally fall into that role now as a whole human being. All right, let's keep going.
Read what Kevin Kev said.
Put it up.
It's on the screen.
Not Jay installing gifts, a dish that benefits him. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Happy wife, happy life.
All right, let's go. Let's continue.
Not here, keeping me on track.
Off to a good start. No pop balloons. So I'm actually going to transfer the power to you and have you pop one balloon just based on what you see, what may or may not be your type, and just the answers
Who you
that
think
you've
he gonna
got so
pop?
far.
I think everybody gave really good answers.
It's the hard part.
This is the hard part.
I think he gonna pop the multiracial dude.
Really? I think the
I'm
guy
sorry.
in black. Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's keep it right here. So, Dayon,
Who would you have
what
popped?
made you keep your balloon?
Just based on physical appearance.
On physical appearance. I think the same one maybe.
And see, I wouldn't have popped
I don't
anybody.
I don't even remember what he said, but if I had to pop somebody.
If I had to, I would probably pop the multiracial dude.
Really? Maybe.
Even though from here, judging from here, that fade is fading.
Yeah.
Like the man is edged up and faded.
Yeah, I honestly I hadn't heard enough from anybody to pop anybody, and it's 4 people, so I don't know.
Yeah, this one is so different than the last one. They giving really good responses to stuff. Let's keep going.
Balloon unpop.
I just wanted to hear what he had to say. He seems really cool. He has a nice outfit. And I didn't want to be too judgmental in the beginning.
Gotcha. And what made you pop your balloon here?
That's the opposite of what happened the last time. The last time the girls was trying to go for the jugular, and he's like, your outfit is cute and whatnot. Like the other dude, I think we did one where he was talking about his shoes because he got his shoes from Shein.
Oh, I don't remember that part. But I will say I have watched some of his episodes like progressing
Mm-hmm.
through since we watched that one, and I've noticed that it's much better takes. And it seems like it's a different crop and maybe just a better balance.
Better balance. Got it. Let's keep listening to what he said.
I just had to pick somebody. I mean, you seem cool. Yeah.
Now, is he somebody that you would consider your type?
Not officially. I mean, not like off rip, no, but I would probably get to know him.
All right. Well, do any of the gentlemen
wonder
have
what
a
his type
question
is.
for Lamont?
Well, we'll see. If
You
he
do?
says.
Aaron does, so let's welcome him. Okay, and what's your question?
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Here we go.
Okay.
Winning.
Is that what does that mean to you?
They cool. My mama a Virgo, so y'all cool.
What's your sign?
Told you.
Taurus.
I don't know much about Zodiac at all.
All right, let's keep
That's
it moving.
good.
Any other questions? Before?
I have a
Okay.
question. So what's something from your childhood that shaped you, like who you are today?
Ooh, that's a deep question.
Well, a lot of things I actually,
What are I'm gonna take that a totally different direction. What are some off limits topics for first dates for you, Aaron? Aside from the norms like politics and religion and stuff like that. Or do you talk about religion?
I definitely talk about politics and religion.
On the first date?
Yes.
Really?
If you voted for Trump, baby, you ain't getting no coup de cat. You ain't getting nothing.
And and maybe this is naive of me, but I just assume there are 10 other ways that I can pinpoint MAGA Nation without
I see what
without
yeah.
like being like, who'd you vote for?
No, that's what I'm just saying that if I discover in that first date, like I'm not going to say politics questions are off limits because I feel like I want somebody who's informed about what's happening in their community.
Okay.
So I want to know, like I was just watching a video today about the water crisis, like how AI is fueling a water crisis or something like that.
Yes.
Like I would want to know, like, do you know what's going on in your world? Do you know what's going on down the street from you, up the street, around the corner?
Okay, I feel that. So Marlo said, is this Marlo or Mario? Marlo?
I think that says Marlo.
Okay, Marlo says we need to ask more childhood questions on dates.
I was going to say questions about childhood, maybe a little too much for a first date and just too much to divulge to someone who is practically a stranger for me.
Now, what I will add is Marlo said on dates. Didn't specify whether this is a first date or
Okay,
not.
that's true.
So I agree. We do need to ask more childhood questions on dates because our childhood, whether we like it or not, does shape who we
Yes.
are as people.
For
The
sure.
the only reason I would say not on the first date is because as Black queer people, a lot of us have baggage around being Black and gay with family.
Do you mean baggage or trauma?
Both.
Both. Okay.
A lot of us do. Like, there are so many of us who are estranged from parents,
Yes.
estranged from all of
I
that.
think
And
that
I don't know
that's
that a first date is the time to dive into that. Because the second that you open it, I'm going to want to know and,
Yeah.
you know, get in your business.
But I do think that maybe, understanding their family dynamic, like, hey, are you still connected with your family? Like, what's your relationship with your family? I think that that could be important to ask because we know that some people in our community, like, because they don't have a strong connection with their family for whatever reasons, it could be death, it could be differences or whatnot. They might want to be with someone who has a strong connection to family or who values family.
Or the exact opposite.
Yes.
That could make them feel very insecure, you know, because I talk about my niece, my sister, my brother all the time. And if I'm dating somebody who has no connection to their family at all,
Yeah.
then they might feel awkward, you know, sitting up Christmas morning watching my niece and my nephew open gifts.
Yeah.
Sidebar, I'll tell you something very funny about my niece and my nephew in a minute. Kevy Kev said, put that comment from Kevy Kev up, please. Kevy Kev said, my finances are off limits on the first date. I make enough money to pay for this date. That's all you need to know for now.
Yes.
I feel like Kevy Kev just be balling, like
But no,
rolling in dough.
I think
I
that
will not
that-
ask that question. You do not need to confirm or deny, just in case you want to have a first date with me, Kevy Kev. But I just, in my head, I'm just like, he got money.
But I do think there are, again, there are ways to see things without asking a question. Like you pick up on things, you see different things
Yeah.
and how people.
But the irony for that is, I can't stand dating somebody who looks expensive.
Yeah, I think for me that was something I picked up on in Atlanta.
Like,
Living in Seattle, people were very basic. Like
okay.
you would see a man walking down the street with a white t-shirt on and some
And he's a
culottes,
trillionaire.
and exactly. And people just
But like, because it's dating apps, if
yeah.
I'm scrolling through your Tinder, your Facebook dating or whatever, and it's you leaning on a Mercedes with your Louboutins on, and then you on a beach somewhere, and you with your Gucci slides, and you just look superficially expensive, hard pass. Because the most stylish people I know wear some of the most basic things ever, and they just look amazing in it.
Yes.
And if you're taking the time to curate a space where you just look expensive, that's a turnoff.
Yeah, I have to agree there. I don't like an expensive look because I feel like an expensive look sometimes lacks creativity. And it's just like I really want to see who you are, not what labels you wear.
Yeah, but I just remember there's this dude, I remember there was this dude that I had just had this crush on Instagram. It was distant. We never talked. He does not know who I am. But he only wore black because, you know, he's a fashionista and whatnot. And he had, like, it was the dopest black stuff ever, but it never looked, it looked very well put together, but it never gave, like, expensive I'm better than you energy. And that's what gets it for me.
Just imagine this says, go back to the video.
Okay, let's keep going in. I'm getting told what to do. Now y'all can see the whiteboard that he pulls out to boss me around.
My childhood basically taught me how to be independent. My childhood taught me how to be independent and just how not to treat people.
Okay.
Can we just pause real quick?
No, I mean, yes. What you want to say?
As much as I have said I don't really care for like these dating shows, and Pop the Balloon is one of them. The one thing I appreciate about Tracks is this is very well done. It's ain't no audio issues. It's got good light. We all know what that white background looks like is giving. Shamar Will says, yes, very much turn off. You should see it out here in NYC. Everybody got on Gucci but can't afford rent and subway fare.
Oh, not the subway
Now,
fare.
in addition to that, you know, rent in New York City is astronomically high. I don't know how y'all can have these expensive clothes and these $9,000 a month in rent. And
I was like looking for. I wanted before I moved to Atlanta. I was considering moving to NYC, and I was looking at like I wouldn't. I did well for myself, and I was like, oh, I could. I want my same lifestyle that I had in Seattle in New York.
let that go.
And I was like, child,
you,
I'm gonna
you
have
you brought your ass right down here to the south.
I said I'm gonna have neighbors and I'm gonna have roach. No,
You brought
no.
your ass right down here to the
I said
south.
that was real cute. That was real cute.
Now I used to think that if I didn't have a car, because a car takes up a huge piece of my income, because I got a car note, insurance, all the things. If I didn't have a car and I could take a subway everywhere, just eliminate X number of dollars from my budget, I probably could afford something in NYC. I wouldn't be comfortable though.
So let's say I took out my car note and put that into rent. I still would be not up to my standards.
Fair.
Like, cause I'm just like, well, I didn't spend that much on my car.
And the older I get, though, the more comfort is important.
Yes.
Like, I want to be able to be at home and kick it and not be on top of everything and all of that.
It's a different lifestyle in New York where the goal is for you to be outside. I think that's what I love about Atlanta is I can have a blend of both.
Yeah.
Like I can have a very comfortable, affordable space to be inside and to create my own environment. But then I also have a space where I can be outside.
I think that's the South. Because if that is Atlanta, then that is the South. Because if you go to any other part of Georgia, Florida, anywhere else, because Atlanta's the biggest city in the South aside from Houston and Dallas.
Gotcha. Because Houston, I don't go outside in Houston. Like if you go outside in
because
Houston,
outside is sweaty and muggy
hot,
and 150 degrees.
Yeah.
NYC fashion is thrift fashion. At least it was for me. Shamar says is like a baby.
A car.
A car is like a baby. Yes. Yes, a car is like a baby. And I won't say a very expensive one, but I do love my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was only home when I was asleep when I was in NYC.
Your job wouldn't give you child.
Cost of living rates to make up the difference. Let's not even talk about that. Because right now, Aaron works at Dear Black Gay Men, and he definitely ain't getting no cost of living increase here. So we don't even want to broach that topic. Let's go one more time, and then we're gonna wrap up.
Okay.
Interviewed your exes, what would they say your red flag is?
That's a good question.
All right, if you was to interview my exes, my red flag, like I said, I worked on it, but I had an attitude, I had a really bad attitude.
Okay.
Well, it's something that I definitely worked on.
That's not what I would have given him.
So now you don't have
this
attitude.
presentation of him.
Yeah, he's very calm. But I want to see who he picked. Can we fast forward?
Still a work in progress. Okay.
It's still a work in progress.
Got you. All right. So I'm actually going to ask you to pop another balloon just based on the answers and just
Fast
the overall
forward.
experience of the
I
guys
want to see
so
who he
far.
picked too, because we got to wrap up.
Hold on. Let's go.
We still have 2 balloons here.
Okay.
Do any of the guys have another question for Lamont?
Sure.
Yeah, Kimmit does.
He's cute too.
Are you a top or a bottom?
He is.
Here we go. Here we go.
I think the host is cute too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And apparently he got a fat ass too.
Oh Lord.
But let me not objectify
I'm fully
him.
versatile.
A partner who equally appreciates inserting and receiving during sexual penetration.
Love that for you.
And you?
He's a bottom.
It's, what made you pop your balloon? What do you need?
I consider myself a bottom. However, I don't think there's anything wrong with being verse. I think you're a very handsome man. I like your outfit. But I think
Why is that the I think you're a very handsome man. I like your outfit. Like, why is the outfit always the part that they add into
I think
the
it's just trying
letdown?
to be. I think people are sensitive to when they reject somebody because they might
want to soften the blow?
Yeah, why not? It's like, I don't want to, because in our community, we know the girls can be harsh when it comes to a rejection. And so
Absolutely.
I think that it's this like I'm trying to show goodwill. Like
Okay.
I'm not trying to be shady.
Okay. Antoine McCalvin says I never care for the Papa Balloon challenge anyway. I'd rather meet people at like events, gatherings, etc. Fair. I give you that. Okay. Did we find who he picked?
Let's see.
I mean, he only got one left.
We're gonna go here.
I see myself further in
Oh.
my music career,
Are you a singer, rapper?
songwriter.
Come on, songwriter. That's a button can.
Any other questions? Or? No? Okay, so is it going to be a yes from you for him?
It's gonna be a no.
Oh! My God, we were so close. So close. And what's the reason? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What was the reason?
What's the reason?
What was that reason?
I just feel incompatible.
In what way?
I just don't feel the spark.
You just know when you know. Now, if he would have said yes, what would your response have been?
It would have probably been yes.
Tell us why.
He's attractive. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Would you have said yes to the red coat?
Red Coat is cute and he's honest, a little vulnerable. I feel like he'd get a first date out of me.
I would have said yes to red coat. I would have said yes to red coat. I would have said yes to the first dude that got popped. I would have said yes to the one in the brown that the last one we saw pop. I would have said yes to multiracial guy.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have said yes to the blue dude. Even though I said the first one I would have popped would have been multiracial, but dude in the blue would have got enough for me.
Right? Kevin Kev said the dude in the blue has a nice shape. Look at those thighs. I want to say I have that outfit. Something very similar to it.
You got them thighs too.
I know. Child, get it from my mama.
Okay, let's get ready for a break. We'll be right back. I've been in the gym so I could do two things. It's one, thirst trap on the internet, and look good for my man when I find one. And that's why I'm excited that support for Dear Black Gay Men comes from Twillery. Black men, whether you're in the gym, like me, or blessed with good genetics, like me, carry our weight in a couple key spots that can make suits and slacks hard to fit and uncomfortable to wear without either having to size up or break the bank in tailoring. But Twillery answers the fit problem with their performance fabrics. It's the right fit for the tailored look and just enough stretch for comfort and breathability. I'm wearing right now the solid performance polo that hugs my chest and arms while tapering just enough at the waist to show off the good parts. Twillery carries suiting, polos, button-ups, and everything to impress at the job or knock someone's socks off on a date. And you can shop for the perfect fit right now at Twillery.com, and we've got a special offer for the DBGM family. Take $18 off your first order by using code M300J. That's Twillery.com, and we thank them for supporting our channel. Okay, teammates, that has been our show, but it's time to comment on comments. You ready, Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go. Okay, teammates, we did a review of a particular, we reacted to somebody's channel, and he did a reaction to our reaction, and he didn't take it well. The content creator's name is Say So TV, and full disclosure, I said some things in the show that I shouldn't have said. I take responsibility for that because my whole job here is to remind us of how dope it is to be black gay men who love black gay men. I can't tear us down and have that as an intention. And so I posted my apology technically, and I want to go through some of the comments. The funny thing is, it was people on this show that told us that Say So TV had did a thing. Yeah, I didn't get a notification that he tagged us in it.
He did tag us in it.
I just ain't get no notification that he did. But how did you feel about his reaction?
So I didn't watch it, but from reading some of the comments that I saw on the video itself, and on the what our folks said in the chat, I was just like, first of all, I was trying to think, what did we say that was so offensive? And then once
we did talk about his grammar.
Yes, when I realized once you said that, I'm like, so that 5 second line, like I'm not gonna minimize what you said because I could see how somebody could take offense to that.
Yes.
But that warranted a whole hour-long video. So I was like, okay, child, get it out, let it out. But I also think that
We can't be patronizing though.
no, I'm saying let it out. Because that's how he felt, and you can't hit somebody and then judge them for when they hit you back. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's what I took away from his reaction is that he responded the way that I imagined that he felt was best for him. And that's great. I appreciate that. And in the exchange I learned that if I'm going to remind people how dope it is to be us, then I got to remind people how dope it is to be us.
Yes,
And that's what I learned. Now, I will tell you there was a couple comments that came in. One says his screen name on YouTube is 74MYO. He says, I like some of Say So vids, but he tends to have trade cishet normative views with his commentary. Sometimes he can sound like a red pillar or a manosphere type when it comes to relationship topics. What is a manosphere?
Child, one of them people who got podcast equipment and they should have got tariffs.
Got it. Bernard Wiley 9760, who watches us regularly. I see that name a lot in the comments.
Yeah.
He, she, or they, Bernard, I'm assuming it's a he, said, having said all that, Jay, I don't think that you once called him a loser or a reject, so I'm disappointed to hear him call you those things. The fact you're keeping it classy and apologizing for any offense taken says something about you in the creative content space. Thank you. What do y'all feel in the chat?
Oh, AN says that's my comment you read. Which one?
AN is 74MYO. I don't know.
Because E can be dead naming people. They don't want to upgrade your name or your picture.
Like Dwayne was in there one time and he said that he changed his name just for us on the show.
Yes.
But I will tell you this, let me make sure I say this unequivocally. So, Manosphere. Dope. Thank you so much for that. So let me say this. This channel, all of our content, whether it is this show, DBGM in the morning, if it's our Thursday show, if it is a special that we do or an interview, my goal, my intention is to remind us, the guests, the people in the studio, y'all in the chat, everybody who watches us ever, of how dope it is to be Black gay men. And how dope it is to love Black gay men. If I ever get off base, I give everybody, Aaron, team, guests, readers, commenters, everybody has permission to check me on that. Yeah. Because there's enough culture is trying to tear down queer people, trans people, Black people, and I cannot be in the business of contributing to that.
Same. I mean, and I'm kind of careful and cognizant of that because this is my kind of first foray into being in front of the microphone. And so I think it was Joe was saying, Aaron, is the library open today? Because you was reading folks last week. And that's not what I want to give off at all.
But you did kind of read them. Playfully so. I didn't take any offense to it, but you were in the pocket.
Oh. But no, that's not the energy that I want to give at all. Because again, we are here to celebrate Black gay culture.
Yes.
Not to demonize any part of it or to, trivialize it or salizize it or any of that.
Satirize. We're not trying to satirize nobody's name.
No.
All right, teammates. Substack is our publication. You can subscribe anywhere. You can subscribe on Substack. It's our newsletter where you can read stories from viewers, get my take on dating culture and topics just like this that come in and connect even more deeply with us here at Dear Black Gay Men. Our paid subscribers get See Me sex stories, exclusive content, and first access to events right here in the back room, like Pride Season for Pride Season. It's coming up. Woo! Very excited about. Oh, I don't have my air horn. Subscribe to our Substack is absolutely free with options to upgrade to paid subscriptions if the spirit moves you. Just visit dearblackgaymen.substack.com. The link is in the description. You got something you want to add?
I got one comment that I want you to see.
Jay, maybe y'all can collab and do a show together so both your audience can see you discuss your viewpoints. I just talked about how dope it is to be. There you go. I will say that I will say this because I was trying to be funny, but let me just say the team here takes very good care to ensure that when somebody comes on this show or sits on these chairs, that they understand that we're not tearing nobody down. And so I am willing to collab and talk to anybody who is trying to uplift people. But if you have created a brand, you, him, anybody have created a brand for yourself that demonizes some and idolizes others, then that's just not a conversation I'm willing to have. Because again, we are emphasizing how dope it is to be Black gay men, whether you are a top, bottom, mask, femme, tall, short, this or that, and how dope it is to love Black gay men in every walk, in every shade and color and size. So as long as people can get with that vibe, then anybody is welcome here in the back room.
Yep.
But that is our show.
Yes,
That was our show. I am Jay the Gentleman. We'll be right back here on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Then the podcast is due on Wednesdays. You can get your tickets starting Thursday. We will announce times, dates, and locations on Thursday. I'm very, very excited about it. I appreciate you more than I can express. I will see you next time.